So I decided to break this video down into 3 different parts, mostly because there's just so much information to go over. But we are having a look at the Mabinogi Eternity page on the Korean website. And this is because there's a lot more information about this on the Korean site than there is on the NA site. So watch part 1 if you want to see, like, where we talked about this, taking the first step in the news of Eternity. And next we're going to look at Omniscient Art Perspective. Hello, I am Safety Director Raccoon, in charge of the art side of the Mabinogi Eternity project. When engine replacement discussions first started, I thought engine replacement work would be carried out at headquarters level. Before we knew it, at the 23 Summer Fantasy Party, we finally announced a replacement, so the Unreal Engine replacement. We thought that the replacement for Unreal should start with Neo. While producing Neo, I kept asking myself if the first impression of her that everyone had in their hearts was correct. While making the Neo launching video, how many times did you screen the short video in the development room? Modifications continued until late the previous day, but no one in the development room gave good feedback because Militians felt this way when they first met Neo in the Soul Stream. The first impressions and feelings and current longing are all different. We dared to say this is enough. This is because it could not be declared. However, we are very excited and happy about this work, and we have been providing. In the world of Aaron, it was not felt due to the limitations of the Pleon engine. We are waiting for the day when we can find immersion and vitality together. Mabinogi is now approaching its 20th anniversary, because it's been around for 20 years in Korea. It is truly an honor to be on this journey with Militians. So, finding the Aaron we want. We already saw most of this post on the NA announcement, Mabinogi Eternity Project, finding the Aaron we dream of. So that's most of this information here. You can see, like, this is mostly what we just saw. So we'll be skipping over this. I'm not going to read all this. Check out the NA site or check out the Korean site and read all about it if you want to go over the information and compare the differences. And next we'll take a look at, let's start with Neo. So this is from a character modeler for the Eternity project. In early 2023, an engine replacement task force was proposed and the foundation work was being diligently done. One peaceful day I heard this story during a meeting. Let's start with Neo first. I heard about the renewal of Neo, the representative NPC of Mabinogi, and along with the news of Neo's renewal, you will also hear about the difficulties that previous Neo workers experienced. This is a legendary story that cannot be fully written here, so the tension was high even before it started. Neo has an expression that seems both kind and sad, yet unknown. Neo's basic design is also burdensome. How shall I express it? Also, how much modeling specifications should be taken from Unreal Engine? Whether there are expression methods that need to be improved, and how much of the parts that could not be expressed due to the engine's limitations. So here you can see what Neo looks like in Leon Engine, and over here you can see what she looks like in Unreal Engine on the right. Personally, I think they did a really good job remaking Neo in Unreal Engine. Eternity's Neo original drawing drawn in the direction of renewal. The initial look was a mess, but as we received customized feedback, we gradually approached the unknown character Neo. In those cases, I put the two Neos side by side and worked on matching the images. I think this section played an important role in helping Militians accept this work as Neo. Yeah, I think they did a great job with Neo. Like, I know it's really hard to create a lot of these characters that we care about, and I know it's hard to, like, recreate the world of Eren, because, like, none of us really want the world of Eren to change, or the characters to change that much. We still want it to look and feel the same. And I get that that's not an easy task to ask the developers to do that are working on this Unreal project. Posing where you can feel the wind, so this looks really cool. I posed, went through revision after revision, and even right before completion, I continued to worry about how much I could make Neo smile. What kind of smile would you like from Eternity to give you? In situations where you have no choice but to be cautious about any expression, morph work, facial expression work is done. The Neo is smiling. At first, I kept the smile small, but my thoughts came together to express Neo's feelings more clearly so that they could be conveyed to the Militians. I was so careful about making Neo smile that I even remember separately requesting guidance from the art director. This Neo, who smiled brightly for a moment during the work process. There were many difficult moments while working, but now I am full of gratitude. Although every day is still a struggle, I will work hard until the day I meet all Militians. So yeah, this is a huge challenge for the development team to make the game look and feel good. Like, they're under a lot of stress about this, and because it is a very difficult thing to do. But overall, I think they're doing a really good job with it. So let's move to Unreal. This is Brown Sauce. I am currently working on replacing the Mabinogi engine. I wrote this because I wanted to tell Militians about background modeling among the work I did. I hope this article will be of some help to those who are curious about the engine replacement process. For nearly 20 years, Mabinogi has taken deep roots in Pleon. Therefore, it was obvious that the moving task was not as easy as transplanting a young tree. Of course, ultimately, most of the buildings and objects you can see in Unreal Engine will be newly built to be pretty and colorful, but for that work you need a rough sketch. Because creating numerous new sketches is a huge cost itself, we had to find a way to replicate Eren from Pleon and use it as a sketch at a lower cost. The first thing I was worried about when planning to transfer Mabinogi as is the question, can Pleon's specific world data files and modeling be used directly in Unreal Engine? And sadly, of course, that wasn't possible because it was Pleon only. In this situation, three ideas came to mind. The first idea was to modify the Unreal Engine code to read Pleon-specific files. However, if you modify the engine code like this every time you upgrade the engine version, there's a possibility that your modified code will conflict with the updated code. Then you must continue to fix the conflicting code. And because the cost of work is higher compared to other ideas, I didn't think it was the best way to create a rough sketch. The second idea was to modify the Pleon-specific files so that Unreal Engine could read them, but there was a problem with this method too. When creating objects in Mabinogi, modeling work is done using commercial programs. Afterwards, we convert it using a program we developed ourselves so that the Pleon engine can read it. Unnecessary data is deleted and some necessary data is calculated in advance for optimization. However, among the data erased at this time, there were values needed by Unreal Engine. Although it is possible to construct a 3D model with the remaining data, except for the removed data, this method was not the best, as it was noticeably different from the original. This file was modified so that Unreal Engine could read it, but the goddess statue looks angular due to the lack of smoothing. The third idea was to move the original modeling data into Unreal Engine before converting it into a dedicated file. Unreal Engine can easily and simply read files created with commercial 3D modeling programs. Therefore, as long as you have the original before conversion, I thought I could upload it to the Unreal in a form similar to Pleon. The first attempt to upload raw data to the Unreal was successful. The original data was output from a commercial 3D modeling model as a file that Unreal could read. When I imported this to Unreal, it looked much better than I imagined. However, this method was not perfect either. This is because traces of Pleon still remained. When working with a 3D model of a Mabinogi object, in addition to configuring the object's shape, data for interaction within the game is also added. However, this data was not needed in the sketch. Rather, the shape of the sketch looked different due to this data, so I had to find a way to erase this unnecessary and disruptive data. To transfer the original modeling data to Unreal, read a file in a 3D modeling program, and then it must be output as a file that Unreal can read. The problem is that even though this process is short and simple, the number of files is too large. The problem is that it takes too much time for a person to do all these files one by one. Considering the physical time, automation was essential. The 3D modeling program used by Mabinogi has a script language that supports automation. If the user scripts the tasks or actions he or she wants to do with the modeling program in advance, you can repeat that task over and over with the click of a button. Use this script to do the printing work that had to be done for each file one by one, while automating the program to do the work for you. I also deleted unnecessary data from the sketch that I was concerned about earlier. Also, the texture of the original modeling data must be converted into pixel format so it can be read by Unreal Engine. This processing was also programmed to be done in the script. In order to use the transferred 3D model as a sketch, you must place it in Aaron, created with Unreal. However, Unreal Engine cannot read Pleon's specific world data files, so I had to check the location, direction, and size in Pleon one by one. There were a lot more pieces and more work involved than the previous work, and because it had to be processed using Unreal Engine, I couldn't even write a script for a 3D modeling program. While I was thinking about it, I thought of an idea. If it is possible to extract object type, location, direction, and size from a dedicated world data file, couldn't we use it for placement in Unreal? When constructing Pleon's Aaron world, Mabinogi uses its own world creation program. 3D model data created with a commercial program is imported into the world creation program and placed. Afterwards, the batch status is finally converted into a world data file. The self-developed program was familiar to me, and the inside data file was. So I was able to modify the program to extract the data needed for deployment from the world data file. Now all that's left is to have Unreal Engine read the extracted data and automatically place the 3D model. This issue was addressed by adding a feature to the engine. Because the automatic placement function was implemented with functions that already exist in Unreal Engine, it was relatively less expensive than an engine modification, and the risk of code conflicts was low. Dumbarton transferred to Unreal Engine to use as a sketch. Through these processes, my work on automating sketch production was completed. Currently, background modelers are working hard to create a new Aaron based on the sketch. My eyes are purified as I look at Aaron being reborn in high quality. Although my work does not create a finished product, I feel great joy and pride because I am helping Aaron in her process of rebirth. There's a lot of work ahead before Mabinogi can fully move to Unreal. There are many technical problems that need to be solved. It may not be an easy road, but for the day, we invite all militians to the new Mabinogi. We will move forward steadily and diligently. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at another one of the posts on the Korean Mabinogi Eternity Project site. So I would like to talk about texture production during the process of remodeling Turconail, where militians will live. If you change the engine to Unreal, the background graphics will have to get better. Wouldn't it be possible to make it respond to real-time light by adding normal, roughness, and specular so that the characteristics of each material stand out? I'll make all the backgrounds you've wanted to make for a while. The will to create a truly fantastic background was sparked. However, our Mabinogi isn't like this. I worked too hard on sculpting using graphics tools, but it didn't have the hardwood feel that Mabi has. When I strengthened the normal, realizing low polygons with the three-dimensional effect of high polygons, the clear feeling typical of Mabi did not appear. However, I gathered my courage and went back to the beginning and thought about what elements determine the characteristics of Mabinogi's background. Mabinogi is a cartoon graphic. The flat feel of the environment setting creates a unique 2D feel and the diffuse texture has strong contrast to bring out the sense of mass. The sense of shape and proportion of the background had a simpler and more casual feel than the realistic proportions. On the other hand, the texture was closer to real life than expected. In these cases, Mabinogi's background identity was being added. So here's a good example of like the wooden textures being showed well. And then Avalon clearly shows like stone texture. This was it. More than anything, I realized that texture plays a big role. The unique, clean, and organized feeling comes from the texture. So, I tried creating the texture right away. First, create a shape. To what extent should sculpting using graphics tools be done? In sculpting shaping using graphic tools, I decided to neatly process large chunks and edges and only add large cracks to the wood texture. Work efficiency is also important, so the wood grain feel was created using alpha in the tool. So here you can see, like, this is the door to Duncan's house, and this is like the window. We've all seen the preview of his house in Unreal Engine. Second, create a diffuse base color of the object texture. In the past, texture creation was created by combining photo textures with Photoshop or drawing them directly. Nowadays, several tools such as ZBrush and Substance are used. Looking at the Mabinogi texture, we could see that it was close to real life and had a high density. It has a semi-realistic feel that has been processed through photo texture synthesis or stylized texture with high detail. Since it was produced 20 years ago, it had a strong feel of a photo composite hand mat. To reflect these aspects, using the production tool, we used the wood grain texture as a base and built it up one by one. Use the sharpen filter sharpening effect to express highlights and depicted parts more clearly. In particular, care must be taken when creating high polygons to clearly express highlights and shading at the edges. And this looks pretty cool. You can like see how in this picture like the wood is like changing. That looks really cool. And here you can see the front of Duncan's house again. This was it. Although the road was difficult, I was very proud that I had laid the foundation for transferring Mabinogi's style to the new engine. Yeah, it's very important Mabinogi has the same style, and this guy did really good work on this. Like, this isn't easy to do. So on the left we have existing resources, so the resources from Pleon Engine, and on the right we have the Unreal Engine resources. So this is the church in Pleon Engine and the bank in Pleon Engine. And this is the church in Unreal Engine and the bank in Unreal Engine. Making the tiles was also difficult. The tiles also used a texture that was close to real life and had a high density. Think of it as a semi-realistic texture with a processed feel through compositing from a photo texture or a stylized texture with high detail. I tested it out in two ways. Processed through Substance Designer texture creation tool for soil and grass, you can see it here, and photo plus PRB, so physically based rendering, resource synthesis for the soil and grass, so you can see like the two differences between these pictures. How to create a Substance Designer from a stylized feel to a more realistic depiction. Advantage: as work resources accumulate, you can quickly work with tiles with a different feel by reorganizing and recycling nodes. Disadvantage, it takes time to express photo-like details. And photo texture and PRB resource plus substance designer and sampler equals composite. The work speed is fast. Disadvantages is it requires reliance on photo resources, so expressions are limited. So here's another cool picture of Tirconale Town Square. This is kind of cool because now we have a closer look at the actual town square area that a lot of us have spent a lot of time being AFK in. So I like the wood that they decided to add here. That wasn't here before. It used to just be all stone. It looks like they added like wood right here and like the four corners. I think that's to make it feel a little bit more like a bench. And you can also see like the brick right there. That looks cool. And you can see some brick over there too. Overall, I think they did a really good job with this. This looks like Town Square. It feels good. We can see everything appearing. We can see all the trees appearing, all the buildings and fences, the water, the dock for fishing. Let's go right to here. This is our first real look at like Tirconale as a whole. The only thing we really can't see is Fergus's shop. So there's the healer's house way over there. That's going to be the graveyard. I would love to see some close-ups of what the graveyard is going to look like. Looking back, a lot of things happened. There's still a lot to do, but the style has been established. This is how the background graphics of Mabinogi Eternity are being produced. So this was an interesting post to read. I'm definitely glad that they're interested in capturing Mabinogi's style and making it feel like the same game. Alright, let's play Mabinogi today. Hang on a second, let's make the cat a little bit bigger. We can just do that. So it's week 2 of the Idia exploration event thing, expedition event. That means we can get the week 2 rewards. We're gonna start with this. Oh, the Stardust one is this week. Okay. For 20,000 points. Okay, let's do challenge mode. Good thing I'm finding some food. And we have like 4 minutes until that one expires, so I may have to use the commerce simp to get out of here if I find one before that expires. Wait, did I see an imp? I could retreat now if I wanted to. That would get me the points I need to pass. I mean, I'm not really worried about food. I'm just like, I'm gonna lose these points in a little over 2.5 minutes if I don't retreat. So yeah, we'll call this one good. $1,900 points, nice. Alright, we'll go again. Get a few more points. Oops. There. Yeah, there we go. Coins. Let's go this way. Yeah, nothing over here, really. Let's go in this direction. What do we have? I can give him some fruit. Get rid of those ones. That's not worth any artifact points, so let's just get rid of it. Alright, we have some cheese and some mushrooms left. What can I give you? I don't have any bread. I don't have the necklace, or herbs, or fruit. Wait, why are we stuck in place? Here we go. Coin. Cheese. A commerce imp. I could retreat in this mission now if I wanted to. How are we doing anyway? Yeah, currently I have some food and I don't really have any artifacts that are expiring, so I'm not gonna go to the Commerce Imp. Ooh, that's valuable. And yeah, none of those expire, so we're gonna stay. Those 3 food items helped a lot. Then we have some meat and some cheese and some mushrooms. Okay, now I'm out of food. Now it's bad. So I'm not sure how much longer I'll last. But we can't go up that way. Here we go. Come on, I need to find more treasure chests. Maybe I'll try going this way? More coins. It's not really gonna help me too much. Food and coins. And wait a minute, I bet I can give you something. Here's that necklace. More coins. What do I have? I don't think I have anything that he would want this time, so no point talking to him. Why waste what little time I have left? Okay. More coins and a ghost. Go ahead and eat real quick. Yeah, we're not gonna last much longer out here. Maybe if I run into a merchant I could buy some food, but overall I think we're pretty much done. Coins. Mostly finding coins now. HD Link, welcome to the stream. Oh, and we have 1 more minute till we're dead. But luckily I'm finding some artifacts, like, near the end here. Oh, now I find food, but that's probably not gonna help me now. Yeah, that can help me now. I wonder if I can find like 1 more chest. Probably not. Found a bear. That's not helpful though. Where's the NPC? There she is. Okay, we can get these 2 rewards. So the special artifact worth some XP and the Ladeka combat 4 times XP potion. Okay, let's go find out what the veteran dungeon is today. We're gonna do the veteran dungeon run next. Meth dungeon. Then we'll go get the normal daily dungeon in town. And Fiat dungeon for the other one. I think I'm actually gonna save, since these potions don't expire, I'm gonna save these potions until the new Arcana come out. Because then I can actually put those level ups towards the new Arcanas. Oh, and how much proficiency do I have on this? Only 48? Yeah, I need more before I can do another upgrade on that. So we'll use Battle Astrologer and Dark Diviner. Okay, let's put the foamer pass there. We'll use one of these speed potions. Get these two summoned for gathering stuff. And stack these two together. Let's use one of these. Let's move the key thing down here. It's always pretty stubborn about moving. There. Oh, I'm missing a key. We need one more. Now this leads to a dead end unless there's gonna be some chests up here. No, no mimics. Let's go back this way then.
Bye.
Alright, we finally have the boss key, so we must be pretty close to the boss room. Still a few more rooms here. But how did we not get that guy? We went right through him. And now we're at the boss room. Got these, what, 3 hellhounds? Yeah. Wonder if I can get all of them together with this. Maybe. Well, at least we got 2 of them there. Okay, we can get all 3 of them with that meteor. Well, that could have gone better, but that's alright. Oops, not that button. Get those 2 again. they're doing that firebolt crap again. Okay, let's remove the aggro here. Then get them with this again. Alright, that one's taken care of, and then Fate Foretold on that one. Now there's only one of them left, we can kind of take our time. There's a lot more space to move around. Actually keep him down with some thunder. While Thunderblight does all the damage. Whoops, I meant to use Crisis Escape. There we go. Then we'll give him with that, that, and that. Get back in there. And done in 33 minutes and 40 seconds. Smoldering Thread, Sapphire, Spirit Gems. Those Journeyman's Reforging Tools, and I think those Signets too. I also think those are going away. Like, not this week, but like next week. Those were always kind of useless anyway. I've never even bothered, like, exploring the Signet system. It's dumb. Bunch of average die? That's all useless. I don't need that. If it was like fixed or direct die, maybe I'd keep it. Let's go and put that up there. Now, what kind of shadow missions do we have today, anyway? I'd probably have to change channels to refresh that. Okay, so the daily dungeon, the non-veteran dungeon, is Fiat Dungeon, so let's go ahead and do that one next. And I ain't getting an unlimited veteran Foamer pass, so the next best thing would be getting an unrestricted dungeon pass, so we can go into Fiat Advanced. Random items. Here we go, this will work. Delete all this other crap. Don't need this. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna let Thunderblight do most of the work for this dungeon. See, this is what they need to put in veteran dungeons. They need to put in, like, enemies that can poison you. One snake in this advanced dungeon, like, poisoned my character, and it's taken, like, over half my health. Combine that with, like, veteran level monsters, that would actually be a challenge. There, now I can see the boss room. And there's boss key. Dungeon merchant, don't need him. Let's go here. The armored bear. Jeez, just one Thunderblight. I remember when the Armored Bear used to be a really challenging boss, like before the Arcana and stuff. And like Fiat Advance was 2 or 3 floors long. Spirit Gems. And that's all I really want from there. Boost the bond by 30. And have some spirit gems too. %. Wait, was I selling anything? Oh, that fine leather isn't sold yet? That's weird. That was on sale a while ago, like 20 hours ago, I think. What's it selling for right now? Because that price usually sells pretty fast. Oh wow, it's going pretty cheap these days. I guess I'll relist it then, not a big deal. Let's see, let's put this back on sale here. And we'll make it 50k. So 500,000 for the stack 10. How much fine leather do I have right now? I know I picked up like 2 or 3 pieces. Only have 4 right now. $70k each? That's kind of expensive. How much gold do I have? So I have like a little over $1 million total then. Yeah, okay, I'll buy a few of them. I'll buy the 70k ones. Besides, that bunny gacha is coming up probably sometime in early December, so I can make some gold off that. Not one to accidentally level up, so we'll take off 2 of those. 88. One more. Okay. Now I'll wait until his bomb gets to 100. And real quick, let's change channels. Not too many people playing right now. So I'll bet there'll be a lot of players after the dungeon update, and especially when the new Arcana come out, so at that point we'll probably have 4 or 5 full channels. Everyone's probably waiting for that. Offering and Shadow Realm Champion. Okay. Let's go do Offering and Tailton. That one's super easy. A good choice for a mission like Offering and the enemy behind, like missions where you need to where you need to like defeat enemies and sacrifice them in a circle. Ninja is usually a pretty good talent for that because of Shadowbind, and Dark Diviner is a pretty good Arcana for that because of Polar Vortex. And we can do it on Elite, because I have some passes for that. So this is going to be pretty simple. We're going to stay like way out of the way over here. And we're going to wait for a group to spawn, and then we're going to use Polar Vortex on them. Oh yeah, my torch went away because I changed channels. So now we'll use that, and they'll all get pulled directly into the center there, just like that. Be a little bit closer. And we can also get Dorcha using Dorcha Conversion. You don't need to have a Chain Blade equipped for that. Oh. Why are they all coming over here? That Greg cow got way too close. Get back over there. They shouldn't have gotten near me at that distance. Whoops, that was a little too close to the edge there. But I'm sure some of them got sacrificed. I need to make that more in the center of the circle. Actually, I think Battle Astrologer might be good for this too, because we can just pull them in like this. Yeah, because I think Nova Blast like doesn't send them flying back. Oh, let's pull out these two for this. Actually, we're close enough to Polar Vortex now, we'll just wait. Better move. Nova Blast is still pretty good because it has a faster like cooldown, but overall Polar Vortex does a better job. Oh, there's that one too. Okay, so we'll pull them all into the center with this. And get them with Nova Blast. And use Thunderblight. Done. My gems, my spirit gems. And really quick, I'll be right back and then we'll decide what to do next. Okay, so I could do Grandmaster missions, Dan tests, commerce, or I could even do more of that expedition event in Idia. What about Dan tests? What was I working on? Wasn't I working on like fighter ones? Yeah, I could try taking spinning uppercut to Dan 3. Oh, actually, I can't even take that Dan test yet because I need the XP on it. So I could work on getting that. Yeah, let's do that next. So oops, we want to go to Belvast, to the Black Beach Moongate, where all the amethyst and crystal golems are. Those will make good training dummies. Wait your turn. Get to you soon enough. Let's lure him away here. Come on. Give him a little motivation. But both of those are after me now? Fine, we'll use that. Do I have any thoughts for getting more skill XP? I don't think I do. Whoops. Didn't do that. Come on, get over here. You're not gonna trick me with that windmill. Well, you if it gets that close. No, no more of these cheap attacks. There we go. Can't get him there. Wow, he's in a really annoying spot right there. Got him. Okay, so now we have to get critical hits with the spinning uppercut to get points on it. So this will probably take another 5 or 10 minutes. There are 1 or 2 of them there, just 1. Such an impatient golem. You're not gonna get me that easily. There. Okay, I don't want that one interfering. Get him. Perfect. How much points do we have on that? 91. 91.20. Got him. Perfect. Actually, yeah, I wonder how good of a combination Dark Diviner and Fighter would be, because technically, if you use Dark Diviner with a pair of, like, Shylin Knuckles that can do magic, then you could keep something like Thunderblight going while you're using your fighter attacks. Okay, one of them is more than enough. $96. So 4 more points. Get out of here. These golems are kind of annoying in a group. That gem. Like, what's with so many of these? Oh, no, you don't. Get out. Now we'll take on this one. So maybe like 2 more? What are you doing? Okay, we're gonna go after that one next. Is that it? Yeah, we have 100 XP on that now. Alright, I guess I'll try taking the Dan 3 test for the spinning uppercut. We'll see how well that goes today. It's a shame I don't use those knuckles more often, but they can't be turned into a spirit weapon, so the staff I have is just better overall. How much gold do I have? Like 513,000? It's gonna be like 30k per test. So, assuming we don't fail, it's going to be a minimum of 60,000, but assuming that we do fail a few times, it's probably going to be like anywhere between like 120 and 200k. Where's the fighter at? Over here? So, spinning uppercut, Dan 3. We need 12k points. Well, a little bit of bad luck so far, but give it another go. That time we got pretty close. So, spinning uppercut. And having focused twist helps a little bit. Maybe I'll put windmill on there just in case when I'm getting swarmed. Alright, let's try that. Alright, well the ogres don't want to play nice today. No point sticking around in this mission. We'll have to go again. Those ogres do some pretty heavy damage, gotta watch out for them. Usually they're not too much of a problem though. And we pass with 20 seconds to spare, so we just have to do that one more time and then we'll get to Dan 3. Finally, a little bit of luck there. So, one more time. Man, those ogres hit hard. Like, if they get me, they really get me. Oh well, we'll get the second one eventually. Got him. Retreating and using that crisis escape was definitely the right move. Alright, we finally passed. 2 times. I was worried I might run out of gold. But, yeah, that's done. So, spinning uppercut can now go to Dan 3. And right now it does... It can decrease defense by 32 and protection by 10, and it does 660% damage. And now it can take down the defense by 33, so 1 more point on that, and then it does 690 damage instead of 660, so 30% damage increase as well. Oh, and I guess this is the 20th thing I've gotten to Dan 3 or something. Cool. Alright, I think I'm gonna feed my spirit weapon. We'll give it those gems. That won't level it up, I don't think. Gotta get that bond up with it more. Let's go do 2 more rounds of the Idia Expedition event. And then we'll probably call it quits. So we'll do like 2 runs. $2,857 points. Almost got 3k points this time. Ooh, let's take this one with the next. We'll take this and the coins for the next one. Oh, we're like right outside the car ruins. Mushroom, coins, statue. Mushroom tonic. Isn't that one of the things that can heal me when I'm near death? Okay, let's go this way. Glass, mushrooms, coins. Oh, that one's still alive? Jeez. Usually you get them all in one thing. Yeah, that Shaman's Grudge one will probably expire before I'm done here. Oh wow, that just was pretty close by to the other one. Okay, we have to eat something. Good enough for now. Ghosts. Oh, that's a point booster. How about this one? Okay, that's gonna expire in a little over 3 minutes. So I guess we should just retreat now. Get our points. Sure, I'll take that one, and we'll take that one too. Okay, we'll go in one more time, and this time I won't use a Commerce Imp, even if I find like a good expiring artifact. This time I'll try and survive as long as possible, regardless of the result. Oh, right, and this one summons like a random NPC? Okay, just the bear. So not a very good one, but oh well. Oh, those records are worth a lot. Do those expire? No, none of those expire. Good. We're doing really good right now then. Coins. Let's go this way. Wait, what happened to all our points there? Thought none of those expired. We had like... well, something happened. Crap. Bad luck. There, it's good enough. For now, at least. Nice, I wasn't going to use the Commerce Simp. This time the goal literally is to survive as long as humanly possible. Mushroom, coins, gargoyle. It's over here. Nice, we got some food out of that one. After this, I'm pretty much dead. Wait, I can give him some bread, actually. I just picked some up. A lot of coins. That artifact's good. I don't think I have any food left. Nope. If I don't eat something soon, we're pretty much a goner. Okay, I didn't forget the rules. So, how many points do we have in total now? 10,000, so we have enough to get the AP potion. Oh good, and these crystals don't expire, so I can use those whenever I want. Alright, well I think that's good enough for today. Oh wait, I gotta do the 3 mini games for the Or did that Halloween event end? I think that might have just ended, so maybe I don't need to do that. Let me check my dailies here. Oh yeah, I guess that event is over, so no, I don't have to do that then. So yeah, we'll wrap up the Mabby stream here for today. It looks like all the fun updates aren't until next Thursday, so it'll just be casual Mabinogi gameplay until then.